usually anime is where I get my inspiration from. Like me and Trip like anime a lot, so that's why I style my hair the way I do.
Something that's always bothered me ever since I became an adult is how seriously people take things in life in particular.
Coming to bed, honey?
Yes, dear.
Everyone is so obsessed with just fitting in. You want to look just like everyone else, do the old money aesthetic, dress and look just like everybody else. I have not actually had this mindset, man. Ever since I started looks maxing, doing all my self-improvement, all of my idols, everyone I wanted to look like, it was anime characters, man. I never wanted to look like people in real life. I didn't want to look like Brad Pitt in real life. I wanted to look like Brad Pitt in the movies. I wanted to look like all these anime characters. And this is one reason that I don't even get celebrity comparisons, bro. The number one comparisons I always get is just gonna be anime characters. Everyone says you look like this anime character, you look like this guy. So today I'm gonna give you the full guide on how to exactly to look like an anime character, but in real life. Like, we're not going for a cheesy cosplay look. We're talking Goku in real life, but it's subtle. People are gonna compliment you on it. You're gonna look super dope, but they're not gonna pin it down as if you're doing some cheesy cosplay. It's gonna look sick. So without further ado, let's get it. To get this aesthetic, we have to nail down the fashion, and there's only one silhouette, one fashion style you can really go for if you want to look like an anime character. So step number one is going to be a tight top. So whatever size you are, I would advocate going down 1 to 2 sizes to really get the fit right. But now here's the thing, you want the contrast with super baggy pants. This is the aesthetic of anime characters. Think of Future Trunks, think of Eren Yeager, pretty much any anime character. They have the super baggy pants, but then the very tight top. So this is going to be key. Then in addition to this, a couple things they do is typically they're always wearing like high top shoes. I'll show you an example. These Converse are going to be a great example of the type of shoes that you actually want to wear to pull off the anime aesthetic. They always have high top sneakers. And another thing is they're typically always accessorizing. So you'll notice a lot of them, they'll have rings, bracelets, chains, all types of accessories. And this you can actually play around with. The goal is to look like a fictional freaking character. When it comes to colors, I would suggest you to find your favorite anime character and kind of nail in a lot of colors that he goes with, because obviously all anime characters are not the same. For me, my favorite is going to be Future Trunks. I love his all black outfit with the baggy pants and the super tight tank top. You got the belt, the high tops. This is my favorite outfit in anime. So I want you to find yours, the colors that resonate with you, and then find a way to put it into your outfit to where it doesn't look like you're trying to cosplay. This one's going to be a little bit more genetic, but you could possibly surgery max. So it's going to be the face shape. Obviously, anime characters, they pretty much all have the exact same face shape. It doesn't matter which anime you're talking about. So a couple key features is going to be the jaw. They typically always have a diamond jaw, meaning that this jaw, like the master muscles, they're not popping, they're not huge. They're actually more narrow and pointed. It's a little feminine, but the chin is the big part. So typically anime characters, they have a very feminine chin. It's a lot more pointy. They're not going to have big, strong, masculine butt chins. That's not a part of the anime aesthetic. So this one, like I said, it is more genetic, but if you got that face shape already, you can definitely nail this aesthetic. I remember growing up during the Cell saga of Dragon Ball Z, I was obsessed with one character's hairstyle. It was the coolest hairstyle I've ever seen, and this was Teen Gohan Super Saiyan 2 hairstyle. This is actually the inspiration for my hairstyle. I think that this is one of the coolest hairstyles of all time. So a couple key characteristics of the typical anime hairstyle. Let's just say the general broad spectrum, okay? So they're gonna have a hairstyle similar to mine actually. So it's kind of like the male model hairstyle. So scissor cut on the sides and back, and then the top is typically gonna come to the eyes. But what makes the anime hairstyle more different is that they typically have that spiky hairstyle going. There's a lot of texture, and then they don't have typically just basic colors. You'll notice they typically have white, blonde, or black. Occasionally they'll go with the brown, but what I would actually recommend for this is just to play around with the hair colors, man. See how you would look with black hair, see how you would look with platinum hair. That is a lot harder to sustain, just FYI. See how you look with highlights. Overall, you can play around with the hair to really nail down the anime aesthetic. When I was researching this topic, there have not been any other YouTube videos talking about this except for a couple, and these couple were talking about how to get an anime physique. Now the anime physique is obviously going to be one of the hardest parts, because none of these are going to look right unless you have the anime physique. So a couple key features of the anime physique is going to be super strong broad shoulders. The V taper is the biggest aspect of the anime physique. So you want to have super strong lats, a very chiseled back to where it looks like a freaking Dorito, and then a super slim waist. Now for the waist, obviously you want to be as lean as possible, but stomach vacuums are actually going to be one of the best things that you can do. So you can suck in, you can't even see it, and then you hold this for about 30 seconds and then you let out. What this does is it works the transverse abdominis, which is going to be the interior abdominal muscle, which is going to help suck in that waist and make it a little bit smaller. This is what old school classic bodybuilders would do. It's one of the best hacks to get a slimmer waist. Now, you do this combined with putting the muscle in the right places, and don't forget that neck as well. You'll notice all anime characters, they got a thick and juicy neck. Even old school Dragon Ball, like they started off Vegeta with a super skinny pencil neck, but then they evolved them to get that beefy masculine neck. So don't forget the key features when it comes to the physique. Let me know in the comments if you want a full video on how to get the anime physique, but that's going to be the key characteristics to really nail this down. A lot of anime characters, believe it or not, are not that tall. For example, Vegeta, he's quite short, but some anime characters are a little bit on the taller side, and I think typically the protagonist of anything you're watching is going to be a little bit taller. This is the guy that people typically follow. He is their leader. So if you want help actually getting a little bit taller to nail down this aesthetic, I've got you, man, because high growth is only 60 to 80% genetic, 20 to 40% environmental. 92% of you guys, Americans across all social classes, have nutrient deficiencies. What happens when you have nutrient deficiencies is IGF-1, human growth hormone, shuts down completely, and it's going to close those growth plates. So you got to pick up Titan Growth 2.0 on my website, kalosique.com. I formulated this to have 500 to 1000% of all your daily required nutrients to optimize your high growth, and not just your high growth, your overall health, man. Even if you're not trying to grow taller, it's going to help you become a more healthy human. Don't forget to pick up Hypno Sleep. Hypno Sleep has GABA, which has been scientifically proven to boost HGH by up to 400%. It's got valerian root, it's got melatonin, everything scientifically proven to boost HGH and help you fall asleep freaking instantly. And don't forget to join Kalos VIP. Kalos VIP is my school of looks maxing, where I got my 3-hour looks maxing masterclass, 2-hour high growth masterclass. Right now I've got 3 chapters of the female nature masterclass, teaching you how to pick up girls effortlessly, a full community with almost 100 members, and we do a VIP call every 2 weeks with me and everybody in there. It's the best school of self-improvement. You got to join now. Link in the description box, Kalos VIP. Something you'll notice with every single anime character is that they're not stagnant, bro. They're not the guy who stays in their hometown. They're just not doing anything. You know what they are? They are the main characters. So in their life, they make their life a TV show, an anime series, a movie. It is interesting. There's always different plots, storylines, things happening. So if you actually want to emulate a real life anime character, you actually have to be living your life, man. You got to get outside. You got to touch grass. You got to start traveling, chasing your dreams, and creating storylines. Like Machine Gun Kelly at the very beginning of this video. Whether or not you guys love him, you hate him, you cannot admit that he looks like an anime character, and he even behaves like an anime character. Man, he is full of different storylines and different plots. If you want to come off with this aesthetic, you got to build your life in a very interesting way. This one's a little bit more genetic as well, but there are going to be a couple things you can do. But obviously, it's going to be the anime eye area. So anime characters, their eye shape, for example, they always have either almond eyes or hunter eyes. They typically never, ever have prey eyes. Then the eyebrows, you'll notice every single anime, they always have super dark eyebrows. So I'd advocate using some minoxidil or castor oil on the eyebrows and then dyeing them black so they really stand out. And then typically they'll have colored eyes. For example, blue or green seem to be the most popular in anime characters. So if you don't have this, let's say you got brown eyes, maybe consider some contact lenses, as this is going to make your overall look pop that much more. If you don't have this one naturally, the only option is going to be surgery maxing with rhinoplasty. So every single anime character, they have a tiny feminine pointed nose. They don't have big gnarly noses. Every single one, they're going to have small, petite, feminine noses, and it's going to be a very strong characteristic to pull this off. If you follow this guide step by step, you will emulate a lot of the characteristics of an anime character. You're probably going to get a lot more confidence on it. But always remember, man, you want to set up your life, your aesthetic, everything based off what you resonate with. Don't just follow societal norms, doing everything everyone else is doing. Always stand out, always be yourself, and be as unique as possible. That's it. Subscribe if you're new. I love you with all my heart. Peace.